Hey there, you rates. In this example here, are x minus 3 and 3 minus x equivalent expressions? Well, what is an expression? Let's have a look here. We have an x minus 3. That's an expression, and it's comparing with 3 minus x. Are they the same? In this case, they are not the same. And how do we know that? What I would encourage you to do is when you're asking, are they the same or are they not? What you should be thinking about is to rearrange them or look at the sign of each of the terms. Now I've got x term and I've got a 3 term. I've got a 3 term and I've got an x term. But notice the sign for each one. This is actually a positive x term and this is a negative 3 term. Okay, so this actually means it's a negative 3 and this is a positive x. So if it is the same expression, the signs should be the same as well. What we see here, on the other hand, is that this is a positive 3 because there's no negative sign in front of it. So it's a negative 3 value, a positive 3 value, whilst this is a negative x value. Okay, so that means that by comparison, they are two different terms here. So x, positive x, and negative x are not the same. And negative 3 and positive 3 are not the same. So therefore, this is not equivalent expressions. Okay, so not equivalent expressions. Here we go. Let's try another one. Let's do B. So in this case here, it says, I have the question A plus B, okay, and they're comparing it with B plus 2A minus A. Now, on first glance, both expressions cannot be the same, but here we can also see that in terms of just the A's, I've got one A, this is a positive A value. I've got one B, which is a positive B value, right? But let's have a look at it here. I have a positive B value over here. That's actually the same there. They both have the same plus B. But let's have a look over here. Plus 2A minus A. We know that when you have two of these A's and you minus one of these A's, well, the only A's left, or how many A's would you have left? You would have only positive 1A left. If it helps you, try to give a name to these letters. So if, say, A is apple, I have two apples or two groups of apples, and I'm minusing one group of apple. How many apples or group of apples do I have? Well, then I only have one apple left. Now we know that one apple, we don't actually have to write the number 1. We can actually take away the number 1, and writing the letter itself means there's one apple. So actually, this is a hidden one. This is saying that 2A minus A, there is going to be 1A left over. And so by comparison, notice this is a positive A, and this is also a positive A. That's why we can say, yes, they are equivalent expressions. Okay, so this one might be a bit tricky, mainly because you had to know how to simplify or collect like terms. Okay.